doing the workout. So today we're looking at a complex, so we're looking at a whole bunch of things put together. So a lot of coordination, a lot of stamina, a lot of endurance. So again, might not particularly be strength, especially some of us that are obviously at home that have got limited weights. We want to try and get fit and healthy without maybe not having all of our options available to us. So what we need is some weight, something that is available for us to get up over our head. So water bottles, kit bags, anything that you've got available that you know you can pack full of stuff, at least give you some resistance and still give you a good workout. Okay, we're going to warm up, so you can have your weight ready with a mat, and then from there onwards we can always grab another weight if you've got that available, or otherwise use the exact same weight, which is the beauty of limited equipment. So from here, we're just going to think about a nice big lunge. So you can step 1 foot forward, you can drop your knee to the floor, make sure that this knee isn't too close and overextending that toe, but rather far out so that you can push your hips forward. And we're going to stretch up and reach back. We're going to take that big step back, and we're going to lunge and reach down on the other side, reaching up to the sky. We're going to do 10 in total. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, 7, 8, oh, I'm going off screen here, 9, and 10. Nice big reach up to the sky. From there onwards, we're going into a Jefferson curl. So yeah, you can grab your weight. This is the only time that you're really asked to do the exact opposite of keeping your back straight, and rather curl your back as much as possible and rather get a great range of motion. So holding your weight any way you like, obviously depending on what you have. You tuck the chin, you round the shoulders, you curl through the back as much as you can. You get as low as you possibly can, maybe the floor, and then you round all the way back up. Head comes up last. So super slow, allowing you to just reach through that spine and get as much mobility as possible. Curl, round, and reverse. That's 2. We're going to do 5. Round, and 3. Oh, that's really good for the back. And 4. Last one. And 5. Lovely. We're then going to come down onto our mat. We're going to do some 20 fast mountain climbers, running out those legs, staying in a nice plank position. So keep your shoulders forward to your wrists and don't press back into like a downward dog vibe. So what we're wanting is not this, running back here, but rather pressing forward over the shoulders, running forward. 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. From here, we're going to stay right here. We're going to then do just 5 plank extensions, going from a low plank into a high plank, obviously in a nice full plank position. And here we go. 1, 2, try swap arms. 3, 4, and 5. And that's around. Going from that lunge position, tucking 1 foot forward, or stepping 1 foot forward rather, and then reaching back, up and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my legs are very sore from feeling these, 9, and 10. Jefferson curl, curling through the back. And last one. Oh, lovely. mountain climbers, running those feet out. Into 5 plank extensions. Woo! One more time, guys. Going from those lunges. And we've got some awesome stuff coming up after that. Feels like it's going to be nice and toasty this side. Six. So our last round. You should be feeling nice and warm. I know I am. Woo, lovely. Jefferson curls. If you're not getting to the floor, that's absolutely fine, guys. If you want to progress, you can always step onto something and then at least your hands will go further than the floor to make it even more stretchy if you can. Otherwise, if you're just getting to the floor or you're not even getting to the floor, that's absolutely fine. It's more about feeling it through the back. And last one. Lovely. Last time mountain climbers. Last time plank extensions. Danny, I miss you. Oh, I hope you're recovering well, though. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that's our warm-up, guys. We're going to go into like a strength piece now. Obviously, we've got limited weights to do like a heavy, but if you happen to have 1 or 2 weights more available to you, then by all means you can go up in weight if you feel comfortable with all of these movements. I'm going to start from the beginning, so I'm going to go in the complex in the order that the complex of the workout is going to be in, rather than changing it up and going from sort of easiest to last. I'm just going to stay in the exact same order. Grab some water whenever you feel like it, guys. Got my clock here for some time. From here, we're going to start in the beginning. So in a plank position, in that top push-up position, we're just going to pull our weight to our chest. So something ideally that you can have in one hand, so maybe not a big bag, but a smaller bag or a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a water bottle, something that you can hold in one hand nice and easy. We're going to do 5 on each arm. So in a nice plank position, we're pulling to sort of outside of our chest. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Rowing without trying to slip. That's what I'm trying to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this I call a plank row, because you're in a position, in plank position and you're rowing. A lot of you might know it as a renegade row. Either one is absolutely fine, it's the exact same thing. From there onwards, we go into a devil's press. So we obviously have perfectly set ourselves up for a burpee. So from this position, you're just going to flop to the floor. Remember, burpees in a push-up, it's just straight down. So flopping down to the floor. From there onwards, try jump your feet as close to your weight as possible. And then you're going to snap your hips closed, shoot the weight up overhead. Okay, so again, you need something that you can hold in one arm. And we're going to do 5 of those. So you're going to flop down to the floor. I say flop quite loosely, but drop down to the floor so you don't need to control that push-up. Try and drop your hips a little bit faster. Go down to the floor. As you come up, you try to jump your feet as close to your waist as possible. If you shortcut yourself, just take a little step closer. Use your legs so you've set yourself up in this awesome like kettlebell deadlift position to snap your hips closed and then use that momentum to shoot the weight up over your head. So I'll do that again. Down, up, through. Down, up, through. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now what we do on the left, we must do on the right. Grab some water. So for this part, guys, don't see this is the workout, see this is understanding the movement, moving through the movements, and then adding intensity afterwards in the workout when we understand the movements a bit better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's our second movement. From there, we're obviously in a great standing position to do a couple of other things. So now we're going to clean it from this position because we've just locked it out over our head. We're going to go back down through the legs. We're going to clean it, meaning we're going to get it to the shoulder position where elbow is nice and tucked in, not too far out and wide away from us. Close. And then we're going to get it back up to over our head. So I'll take it from the end of that devil's press. We're here. We can drop straight back down, up, over the head. Okay, there's multiple ways of getting it from your shoulder up to over your head. You can strict press it, get it up with your legs, push press or push jerk. So clean, push jerk. I've used my legs, which makes it a little bit easier. Clean and press. 3, 4. So I catch in this little dip position to draw up and use my legs. Understand? Press. Getting it to my shoulder, it's nice and close to my body. Press. 3, I think that's 3, 4, and 5. Lovely. So, our last, final, but also probably the most complicated and one of the most complicated movements you'll ever do in the sense of accessibility of mobility. So we're here, we've locked the weight out over our head. You need a wide stance. So the wider the better for your feet. You want to add some pizzazz and pop your hips over to the same side that the weight is over, and then take this hand and slide it all the way down to the floor and back up. Again, guys, just like your Jefferson curl, if you can't touch the floor, it's absolutely fine. What I'm looking for is the fact that we are clearly popping our hips over to the one side. We try to keep our legs as super straight as possible, and then we just go down as low as we can, watching our weight above our head, and then we come up. So even if you get to knee or shin, that's absolutely fine. We're looking at working on mobility, which this does need a lot of. So we've just cleaned it, we've just pressed it. I'm going to look at my weight because that's super important where this thing is. We're going to slide down and we're going to stand and not get other things in the way. 2, 3, 4, and 5. What we must do on the one side, we must do on the other. So I lock it out, I make sure I know where it is, I get my wide stance, pop my hips and slide, pop and slide. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to run through one complex. We're going to do the entire thing together, and then I'm going to put the clock on and I'll explain the workout to you. But it's super simple, we'll get it. So we're going to go in order. Plank row, devil's press, clean and jerk, windmill. So, because that windmill is the limiting factor, you need to make sure that you can do all of those movements with the same weight, including the windmill. So, even if you can plank row 30, you can clean and jerk 40, but you can only windmill with 10, that is the weight you're going to use, because you need to be able to do the entire complex unbroken with the same weight. Okay, so let's take it from the get-go. I'll start with this arm, because then you can see me a little bit better. So, plank row, down, devil's press, clean and press, windmill. That's one. We're going to do the other side. Plank row, devil's press, clean and press, windmill. Okay, so technically, I'm going to count that towards my workout. No, I'm kidding. But, so, what our workout is 10 minutes where we're going to accumulate as many of those complexes as possible. You're going to do one on each arm. That's one, done. Then you're going to do two on each arm. That's two, done. Then you're going to do three on each arm. Then you're going to do four on each arm, five on each arm, and you're going to keep going for 10 minutes. And you're going to see how far you can get up to. So if I do 4 rounds, that means I did 4 complexes on each side. I don't mind if you do 4 on the one side and 4 on the other. Personally, I would do 1, 1, and then 2, 2 would be left, right, and then 3, 3 would be left, right, left, right, left, right. So I'm not going to do, on the round of 3, I'm not going to do 3 on this arm and then 3 on this arm. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3 on each arm, but I'm going to go alternating. I hope that makes sense. We're going to try and see how many complexes we can do in 10 minutes. So that whole thing, row, devil's press, clean and jerk, windmill, that's one complex. You're going to do 1 on each arm, then 2 on each arm, 3 on each arm, etc., 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 blah, 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 blah. And then see how far you can get in 10 minutes, okay? It'll be fun. So I'm going to start the clock. I've actually got my clock today, luckily, and then we're going to get going. So, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. 10 minutes of fun. 1. Whoops. So eager to do that devil press. So that's 1 done. Now I move on to 2. So I'm going to do 2 on each side. That's 1 on each arm. I still need to do another 1 more on each arm. Woo, that windmill. That's 2 on each arm. So now I move on to 3. We're 2 minutes in. It's gonna get good. One on each arm down. I've still got another 2 more. On each arm, so we've got 1 more on each arm to do before moving on. Oh. Nice guys, come on, you're doing so good. On. 3.5 minutes in. I need to do 4 on each arm now. Is it funny as I can tell? See if this is any good. No. Right. Devil's race. Clean and jerk. 1. That was 2 on each side. You gotta love Michael Jackson. Yeah. That's 3 on each arm. We got it, guys. Come on. We're going 6 minutes. So now we move on to 5. guys, come on. 7.5 minutes. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. You've got to enjoy a work that forces you to count. My absolute worst. So I'm on 300 jump. I need to do 5. Nice, guys. Come on. Last minute. See how many complexes we can do. We're on 6 now. This is why it's good that we're alternating. Amazing. You guys did so well. Well done. Let's just get back into this lunge position. Woo, I'm sweating, guys. I hope you got good of a workout. So, we don't want to open our back. We want to think about tucking our hips down. So making sure that they're straight. Tuck those hips under, so try to get your butt hold to face the floor, and then push those hips forward with that tuck. Take that hand over. It should be a really nice aggressive stretch into the hip flexors without you having to overly lunge. You should be thinking about tucking your hips, then reaching over, pushing forward if you can a little bit, but very importantly keeping that tuck. Taking this leg straight in front of you, flexing the toes towards you, hinging down, getting nice into those hamstrings. They worked hard for you today. Get yourself into a pigeon pose. So sweep that front foot into a 90-degree angle. Get that back leg in front of, behind you. Nice and relaxed, so those toes are tucked under, relaxed. And then think about keeping your back up first, reaching up. You should get quite nicely into this hip, the bent leg, the front leg, that hip and glute. And then you can fold over. Coming up into downward dog. Just walking it out, coming down before changing legs. Other side, we're thinking about tucking those hips, reaching up and over that front leg. Not pushing forward too much to lose that tuck. We're looking for that tuck, very, very importantly. And coming back, flexing this front leg in front of you, hinging down, trying to keep the chest up, but pushing your butt back, getting into those hamstrings. And then fidget in that front leg, try to get into as much of a 90-degree angle as possible. First, keeping the chest up, aiming at that 90-degree angle first, before coming down and relaxing. That leg is relaxed. You're thinking about pushing your hip to that front heel. Coming up into a downward dog again, last time. Walking it out. Slowly walk your hands, bend your knees, and walk your hands slowly to your heels. Interlace your elbows. Sway from side to side. And then roll up like your Jefferson curl in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big reach up to the sky. You can reach over to the one side, reach over to the other side. Take your neck across to the one side very gently. Reach away with the other hand. And other side, hand on head. Reach away with that other side. Gives you your neck just a really nice active stretch on the side. And then you are done. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining as always. I hope you join on the group. If you're not on the group, don't be missing out. Get your link. My link is in the bio to get into my group and not miss out on any cool videos such as this one. Have a good day, guys. Thanks so much.